G'day guys, what's up? My name is Zach. I hope you're all having an absolutely incredible day. Currently driving in my car on the way home from work. I thought I'd do a quick little video for you guys anyway. I know you guys have probably seen this video on a lot of different YouTube channels, but I'm gonna do a 10 things I love about my car. I'm also gonna do a 10 things I hate about my car, which is gonna come very soon. You guys have to know that I absolutely love my car. If you don't know what car I actually have at the moment, it's called a Ford Falcon FG XR6. I don't have the turbo, but I just have the normal standard XR6, and I will admit I absolutely love it. I love every single second of driving it. But anyway, I've narrowed it down into 10 things out of the hundreds of things that I really do love about it, and yeah. So we're just going to jump straight into it, and I'm just going to say straight up, the very first thing that I love about not just my FG, but any single FG out there is the colours. Oh my god, do Ford have some absolutely incredible colours when it comes to cars. My car is actually a colour called Breeze, which is that turquoisey blue. There's not many of them. In fact, of just my car alone, which is a XR6 naturally aspirated, it's one of 127. 127 of them in the world, which is awesome, and I have one of them. So I'm really super stoked at the fact that I have just this colour alone. And there's some other incredible colours too. There's stuff like, there's Kinetic, there's also Sunburst, there's just some really beautiful metallic colours you can get for this car, and it's, oh my god, I would be happy with any one of them. Of course Breeze is my favourite by far. What are we doing, love? The second thing I love about this car was the fact that it was cheap. And I'll just put it out there, I lived in a small town working a small job. It was a full-time job, but I was only getting paid $11.50 an hour. And I managed to save up with a little bit of help from my parents. I know it sounds bad, but I'm paying them back, don't stress. With a little bit of help from my parents, I managed to snag up this car right here with under 100,000 Ks. I think it had 96,000 Ks on it, and it had not a single scratch on it. It was $14,000. And for all you Americans out there, that's probably, let's just go 9 to 10 grand. That's it. And for $14,000, it's absolutely amazing for the price. A P-plater or anyone can go pick this up and have a really decent get-around car that just say extremely reliable. I haven't replaced one thing on this car. I've just serviced it every 5,000 Ks, and I haven't replaced one single thing, and I've had it for 50,000 kilometers in 1.5 years. 50,000 kilometers, and I've replaced nothing. Absolutely nothing. Third thing I love about this car is the looks. To be honest, my personal opinion, this is the best looking Ford best looking Ford Falcon they have ever produced. Out of, I don't really like any of the older ones. Obviously, like there's XC Falcons and there's the XY Falcons and all those beautiful cars. But sort of out of the newer modern range of cars, I reckon that the FG Falcon is by far the most beautiful looking Falcon there ever was and there ever will be. So they did make the FGX after this car. It does kind of look a little bit too pointy at the front for me. I do love the fact that this has a little bit more curves to it and stuff like that. Just my personal preference. I know there's going to be other guys that say the B series looks better versus the FGX series looks better, but my personal opinion, the FG looks incredible, and for $14,000, as I said before, it is a really beautiful looking sports car. On to my fourth thing I love about this car, and that is the space. You can do everything in this car. I don't know, you could build some dirt jumps and have a little bit of fun with some motorbikes in the back seat. Honestly, there is so much space to do anything you want. You could play golf. I tell you what, one thing I did do though is we were heading, I think, me and my friend Caden, we were heading down to the beach one day, and we put 2 9-foot surfboards in the back of this. You fold down the back seats, and the boot is so big. We fit 2 9-foot surfboards in here, and I think a couple of boogie boards, plus 2 bags, towels, everything for the beach. It is awesome. Alright, my fifth thing that I love about my car is the fact that I can track it. And, you know, it's not fast, it's not slow, but it's fun. That's the best thing I love about this car, is I smile whenever I'm in this car. I smile when I'm on the track. I love it. And this also puts me onto another point of the fact that I reckon this car is the best at doing everything. And that's just, I mean, there's other cars that obviously can go off-road, on-road, you know, do everything. But this car here was produced to basically be a taxi. Queensland Taxis basically bought bought so many Falcons, it's ridiculous. You see Falcon taxis everywhere. But then you also see in the V8 Supercar Championship, they also run Falcons. They are an incredible driving around car during the day for everyone. They can also be an incredible track car. They can also be a taxi. They do everything. It's awesome. In front of this car right here. Should not be doing that in a serving zone. Another thing I love about my car is the simplicity of it, and more importantly, the interior. I know a lot of people do not like the Falcon interiors. That's a given. There's no Bluetooth for audio. There's no seat warmers. And to be honest, I love it. I love the fact this thing doesn't have seat warmers or anything like that. I love the fact that this thing has such little buttons. On this side of my steering wheel, I have my cruise control. On that side of my steering wheel, I have the volume up and down. I can control how hot I want the aircon. I can control how cold I want the aircon. I have a hazard switch. I have a volume up and down. And I have my menu options, traction control, interior lights, lock and unlock. That's basically what the car does. I didn't get the manual version of this car. I have an accelerator, I have a brake, I have a steering wheel, indicators, wipers, cruise control, audio. It's all I need, all I need. Another thing I love about this car is the comfort. This, as I said before, this is the most comfortable car I have ever sat in. The seats are big, and they're not racing seats, of course. The seats are big, the seats are nice and comfortable. I have tried the leather ones though, and they're kind of not as good, but I love the seat. Another thing I love about this car is the tunability of it. I have done an intake, an exhaust, and I haven't even tuned it, and it already runs better than the other 5-speed Falcons out there. I know that's really blonde of me to say, but you would be amazed at how incredibly fast this is compared to other NA 5-speed Falcons. And more importantly, what I love about this car is the Barra engine. My God, this thing is insane. Other people or other countries wouldn't realize this because they only made in Australia. Obviously you can import them and all that sort of stuff, but the Barra engine is the 2JZ killer. It's the everything straight six, everything in Australia killer. This engine is super reliable, you can put so much power through it, and it's so cheap. You can pick up a Barra block for around about the same price as an LS1 in Australia, and this thing, you can just belt it and belt it and belt it, and it's awesome. I don't have any issues with my engine whatsoever. This car is so reliable, as I said before. Yeah, it's awesome. Number 8. Another thing I love about this car is how sleek it looks. Well, my car personally. I have been told many times that, you know, I should get different wheels for my car, I should space them out, I should lower my car a little bit, and as much as I would love to do that, I love the fact that this thing looks tough. I know that's weird for me to say, because I know there's other cars that obviously that look a lot tougher than my car, and I absolutely I love tough cars. I do love stance cars, but I love tough cars. And what I mean by tough cars is, you know, wide tires. I love small wheels, wide tires that fit in not so lowered cars, but they fit really well. And they have, you know, tire riding, or they have, you know, stickers in really good places. Tough as in they look like they're track ready. They look like race cars. And that's what I love about cars. That's what I love about, you know, modifying cars. And I love the fact that my car isn't the lowest, it isn't the most stanced out, but it has 19 by 9.5 inch wide wheels all around, and it hooks up beautifully. I love it. I love the fact that this car is just, it looks good. It looks good. Okay, number 9 is going to be about one of the most important mods that I have done to my car, and that is getting it detailed. I did a 2.5 day detail on this car. I used to, oh, by the way, if you guys don't know, I am a detailer by trade. I love it. I love detailing. But basically, I did a 2.5 day detail on this car, and it is the best thing that I've ever done for it. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a TE50 out that side. Can you see it? Please see it. Please see it. TE50, beautiful car. So I did a 2.5 day detail on this car, and I did everything from, you know, making sure the barrels of my wheels were done, to my brakes. Also what I did is I put a ceramic protection on my car. This has to be the best thing that I've ever done to this car. It was shiny because I used to pull wax in it all the time, but all in all it had lots of swirls through the paint, so I did a 2.5 day correction on this car and I put a ceramic coating over the top, and it is by far the best that it has ever looked, even before it came out the factory. This car is super shiny. I love it. This is number 10, and this is the most important thing about this car, is the experiences and the people that I've met through this car. I cannot thank everyone enough. I have the most incredible friend group that I've met through this car alone. I've just started up my own Ford page called Ford Mafia, and they are the best bunch of people that I've ever known. Ever since moving to Brisbane, you know, I wouldn't have moved to Brisbane if I didn't have this car, to be honest, because there's no way that I could live in Brisbane and not have the friend group or the help that they've given me to move to Brisbane and do the things that I do. Dan Moran is by far the most cool dude I've ever met. He is basically like a father figure to me. He's helped me so much with this car, and he's the reason that basically I began in the Ford community. I've met an insane friend group through my cars, and you guys will probably see them all throughout all my videos that I do. You'll see them out on the tracks, you know, you'll see everyone. You've already seen Max, you've already seen Aiden, you've already seen Bailey, Caden, all those people I've met through cars. And there's a lot more, trust me, there's a lot more. So basically the Ford community that I've met through just this car alone, I cannot be thankful enough for everything that everyone has given me. Anyway, I'm gonna drop it back a gear, which is completely legal. Some honorable mentions. I will admit, I love my exhaust. That thing sounds awesome. And also, I love my intake. That thing also sounds awesome. I love the steering as well. But yeah, there's too many things to mention in this video. Honestly, I could write a book about this car and not even scratch the surface of it. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Make sure to go like my Facebook page as well as my Instagram and my Snapchat. So go follow all of those. Make sure to follow all my social medias, because like, you're going to keep updated with absolutely everything I do and when new videos are coming out and when I'm filming them. So you guys can get some sneak peeks of stuff that I'm doing with the cars. Yeah. Hope you guys really enjoy the video. See you all later.